Hello people and welcome to watch yet another World Team Carcassonne Online Championships match. This is the final week of the group stage of the Season 6 and today we'll be having the final group stage match of Group A for Catalonia and Hungary. Now Hungary doesn't really have any stakes in this match. They are already out of the playoffs with only having one win out of their recent matches. And Catalonia, though, does, on the other hand, have a chance, well, a small chance of getting to the playoffs. Now, first of all, they are currently having a tiebreaker of -2, which is really not great considering the playoffs. Now, they will need for sure a win today because 3 wins is for sure going to be a necessity if you even want to wish for getting to the playoffs from the third position. And the third place in this group is the best that Catalonia can do. They cannot surpass Finland, as Finland does have a sizable tiebreaker of +10, and China obviously has 4 wins. So Hong Kong will be their quote-unquote main opponent here, trying to get their third win and get ahead of Hong Kong. Now, it is also going to be rather difficult because the final opponent of Hong Kong on the final match of theirs of the group stage is going to be Australia, and Hong Kong is certainly going to be a huge favorite in that match. Now, the lineups you can see just above me. We have on table 1 Juan Paul Argenter versus Peter Cosma. That's VisitorQ and Eter respectively. On table 2, Miriam Lopez versus Xila Varga. Table 3, the reigning world champion Daniel Angelats versus Ferenc Kiss. On table 4, Nuria Casanovas versus the captain of Team Hungary, Akos Nagy. And finally on table 5, Toni Soler versus Trofia Pastak. It's going to be, I want to say, rather tight match. We have mostly only expert level rated players or above. You can see that on Catalonia's side, 500 or 600 is the way to go, and on Hungary's side, they don't exactly have their A tier lineup. They are missing the reigning silver medalist of the World Championships of 2024, Josef Tichon. And this lineup is most likely heavily affected on the fact that they indeed don't have any stakes in this match, that they cannot qualify to the playoffs even with a win. So really just a fun time game for Hungary, but they can certainly throw in some shadows for Catalonia's lingering chances if they take a win today. Now, if you do want to see a specific duel or a game, then do let me know in the chat and we will accommodate your requests as best as possible. We will be starting from table 2 with Miriam Lopez and Xila Varga. And we will move up and down from there. Now, we should be the game should have already started because we were running like 1 or 2 minutes late for the stream, which I apologize. But it just means that we'll get into the action quicker. 4 points for both players. So we have a start of a field, and Xilla, unfortunately for her, needs to abandon a road end as she cannot take quick points with it. Now a rather weak move actually by Miriam, if you ask me. It doesn't really feel worthy to attack a city of 3 points which has the quad city in it. It's going to be very time taking and difficult to try and finish that without any interference from Carquinyolis on a later stage. And also Carquinyolis has a field of her own, which is also kind of further trouble for, well, of course, for Xilla, because she most likely has to attack it at some point because it is 9 points already. But also Carquinyolis had a chance to enlarge the field already with the city cap, which they used to attack the city. So this is also a kind of a not a good sign of the priorities for red here. It does have two rather nicely looking cities though, which one of them is going to be bothered by Xilla with a Dorito. Now, I honestly would not recommend this move for anyone really, because at the beginning of the game it's very not so advisable to add points to your opponent's features unless you can like ensure the block, because you can see that there are at the moment a lot of tiles still remaining on the square, a lot of city caps, a lot of let's say like road Doritos, and even the triple cities with a road wouldn't be that bad because they do offer a road, and despite also endangering the destruction of the city potentially to the square if a road plus city tile goes over here and blocks it. So we do see an attack coming from Xilla on to the field. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind her attacking with a second meeple. I mean, the position of the positioning of the tile was great, but like I really would have wanted to see another meeple on. Like, I mean, really either on either side. I mean, preferably on the inner side, but because the point is to get to the field via the road monastery anyways, it doesn't really matter that much. A city continuation for Carquinyolis and threatening to finish the city with a triple city plus a Dorito, which vallics honestly I think should try and prevent by going over here with the road pointing up, so that first of all the city would be needing 3 tiles instead of 2, and no, this is a pretty bad move. Yeah, it's honestly quite terrible to be honest, because this attack is so easily thwarted with a curve or with a crossroad, and I mean, the road isn't really worth attacking to with 4 points, and like especially like not from here. Like maybe with a crossroad, if you get a crossroad here, then you can attack it. But with this, no, absolutely not. Now, for now, Valix does not get blocked as Carquinyolis chooses to continue the city first and foremost, which I do believe is the right decision. Putting them at just a a triple city away from finishing a large lip-shaped city. And there are still 3 triple cities remaining, so good chances for Carquinyolis to finish her city indeed. Now for vallics though, I kinda would be suggesting a move like this actually. Trying to hinder the blocking potential for Carquinyolis so that she cannot get a crossroad over here, take 2 points and limit this 1-point road to a 1-point road. Indeed, this one, I mean, okay. I mean, there's a clear idea of attacking to the field, but it does leave 3 crossroads instead of only 1 to be able to restrict this meeple to a crossroad as well, which I'm not a such a fan of. Vallics tries to hinder the completion of the city by bringing in yet another attacking platform, but the city gets completed immediately with a nice 14 points. Also, Carquinyolis was able to get a really nice tile, a city crossroad for herself to finish the city on one end and to finish the road as well from the other end. We should definitely be seeing a block coming from vallics. Anything else would be a complete mistake, like a huge mistake. This should be the priority number 1, and a priority list is correct for vallics. It also did hinder the completion of the road slightly, but that wasn't the main point of the move. So the fact that Carquinyolis indeed does get the road meeple back immediately is not a big deal. It was really always going to get completed anyway. And a road monastery for Xilla. Coming to a rather nice spot. Now there are multiple tiles still remaining to the square. Still after the crossroads, still 2 more crossroads to fit there. And also, well, 1 starting tile. So this is actually a entirely blockable spot with a starting tile for Carquinyolis. And then there are straight roads also for, I think. So decent chances for vallics to complete the monastery and also to make the connection, or just at least complete the monastery. Vallics protects the field invasion square to the 4 remaining straight roads. Meanwhile, we see Carquinyolis having a rather nice lead of 30 points to 12 on the scoreboard, so plus 18, and now looking to create more cities to the field and also looking to drop another farmer upon finishing this city. We also are witnessing the very key reason as to why you should not attack a 3-point city with a quad city on it, because this meeple, like, there is no real incentive for Carquinyolis to even bother connecting, because it's only 2 points. Like, she can get 2 points pretty much from anywhere with a connection tile anyway. And now what she's doing is she's basically waiting for a divider to maybe come, or there's also a chance that she just gets her 1-point meeple blocked with, like, let's say a crossroad here. Vallics takes 3 points, then maybe a triple city here, a triangle here, something like that. In the meanwhile, Carquinyolis finishes another city. I'm quite surprised actually that no meeple was dropped to the field, but it's okay. Because if Valix decides to go over here with a farmer, then in some scenarios, despite having some meeples blocked, Carquinyolis could drop a farmer over here and maybe another farmer over here upon completion. So there are field attacking squares to the field for sure. But for the moment being, I think what Carquinyolis is looking for is a fieldless win, to be honest. But then the fact that she decided to start making more cities onto the field doesn't really make that much sense. But the field is going to be a win condition for Valix for sure, or there's also this very juicy city waiting to be attacked by either player. Unfortunately, neither player actually gets an attacking tile here, but it is an extremely volatile square with, I believe, multiple Doritos remaining. Still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 2 Doritos remaining. Plus maybe a triple city. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So 2 Doritos and a triple city, which would be more than enough to have enough of an incentive for either player to really attack such a big feature. Valix goes for a 4-point road, which I'm not sure how I feel about this, to be honest. It could get restricted to a crossroad, or in the worst case, Miriam gets a divider over here right now and drops a farmer, and then this meeple is going to be stuck on the road, or it's gonna have to let Miriam to get to the field with the second meeple. And neither option is really tempting. However, the divider goes to vallics, and I mean, we've got to go for this connection. It's just such a big one. Also, I believe it was a huge miss from Miriam to just discard the curve instead of going over here and taking away that attacking opportunity, considering that Miriam was in the lead, I believe, with quite a margin. It was really dangerous game that she was and is still playing, because at any moment we could see the connection, even though there are now only 2 tiles to make it happen, and now 2 squares to deny that connection, or at least make it a bit harder. Straight road for Carquinyolis. Straight roads that Valix is actually needing at the moment to still connect this meeple. Now, is there any point of going over here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does take away the road triangle. And 1, 2, 3. And it's going to leave the triple city with the field. But honestly, I think this is still the move that we should be doing. Oh, because if we go here, then Valix is going to need both of the connection tiles in order to actually try and finish the city. Whereas now Valix can just go here with the road to Rizzo and simply finish the city. Or we can just get the triple city ourselves as Miriam and simply block the connection that way, and just in time as vallics was looking to connect. But now, of course, that connection is dead. It is no longer possible, and with that, with the 1 point burned meeple, essentially, it should be um, pretty pretty difficult time for vallics, especially now that Miriam gets to the field and equalizes it. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 point field. So if vallics can actually get herself a third farmer on it, then we will still have chances, or she will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 5, plus 6 for Carquinyolis, and there comes the attack from vallics. I'm not sure if there are city caps remaining, but it doesn't really matter, honestly, because vallics is going to be needing to attack this field, really, or at least needed to do something about this anyway. And so I do believe that this is the best potential to actually get both of those things done. So how many tiles are there actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are no straight roads. Miriam goes for an attack of her own. Vallics is able to make the attack, and now we see that Miriam is not going to be able to now drop a farmer and have an easier attacking opportunity to the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is still one regular curve, but there's also a road monastery, so which makes this move actually quite a good one, because there were a total of 3 tiles to fit into this square. Vallics goes for attack to the field with a 4th meeple, and I do believe that is correct, as we could have gone over here, maybe drop a farmer for the 50-50, but then simply Carquinyolis is going to go over here and drop the 3rd farmer and equalize the farm that way, and because of the finished city, she would definitely be ahead in that battle. No, now we do have 2 tiles at least to connect to the field, which is going to work in our favor, but so we have a regular curve and a road monastery, and then something in the deck still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 2 tiles to go over here, and I guess we have a 33% chance of not drawing anything. So will we go over here as Carquinyolis? And I actually, no, I don't think we do. Unless, okay, I don't think we are going to go for this. What Carquinyolis maybe should be doing is going over here and dropping another farmer. Instead, she just connects, and vallics does get a road monastery to bring in the 4th farmer, and she will be winning the field. Okay. You know what I would think would have been actually pretty good? Maybe going over here and dropping a farmer on the outer rim, so that because we would then be relying on the road monastery and to not allow the 4th meeple of vallics to get to the field, then we would be getting this, then equalize the field, and this guy would be in case in case we do get the Road Monastery, and then vallics would not be able to defend this square because, with the starting tile, because if they block the connection over here, then they connect the meeple through the outer rim. And it seems like equalizing the field is the only way for Carquinyolis to win. I don't think she has enough points banked here. She is ahead by 17, 25, 26, 22, 21, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, no, I think she does actually. She does. Which actually then... is this a mistake? No, not really. Because it does force vallics to at least drop these 3 points, and we lose actually none. So it was actually worth 3 points. Because if we don't do this, then vallics is not going to go here, and she's going to keep these 3 extra points. But now I think Carquinyolis is only down by 3 points, and simply taking a 4-point city should be enough to win by 1 point, no? I think that is the case. Pretty sure that is the case. 17, 25, 26, 22, 21. And yeah, a 1-point win. And as a starting player, so a 1-point win is exactly what Carquinyolis needs. So actually this move right here guaranteed a 100% win, which is pretty neat. Yeah, and nicely done. First point to Catalonia, as they hop into a 1-0 lead on table 2. And we are actually, whoa, really fast-paced games. We have a lot to update here. So we have a 1-0 lead on table 1 for Juan Polargenter versus Peter Cosma. Ferenc Kiss is leading 1-0 against the reigning world champion, and on table 4, Nuria Casanovas has already been able to claim a 2-0 win versus the Hungarian captain Ákos Nagy, and also on table 5, Catalonia is winning at the moment with 1-0 in favor of Toni Soler. So a lot has happened already. And we could actually get, for example, to table... let's hop into table 1 for Juan and Peter Cosma. Where Peter is trying to get this go into a decider. That's the first and foremost thing. Visitor controlling a nice 15-point field, currently with 1 meeple, but a second one waiting to get to it, already at a 6-point field of its own. There is 1 road monastery still remaining, which would be just a fantastic tile for VisitorQ. Going over here and expanding the field by 6 more points, and having a massive field for just 2 meeples, really, for 21 points would be 10.5 points per meeple would for sure be a worthy investment. Now, these monasteries and the road seem to be, I guess, somewhat spicy. They're, huh. I'm kind of surprised that not that there was not a move like this made, considering that this city is looking to be in a rather vulnerable position. But at least Visitor will be able to get the meeple back anyway on his next move here. And Eter kind of would love to start a 10-point city potentially, but it is on a way too dangerous spot. It would also restrict 3 meeples to 2 meeples to a quad crossroad, and then it wouldn't really serve the purposes for Peter that much. So the plan is such that Peter simply goes for a new city and tries to unify the two field meeples of Visitor at the bottom. Now he does need to be careful about the road monastery though, because if it goes over here, then Visitor will be controlling all the fields here with 3-1 majority, and that is looking to be such a majority that I don't believe Peter could actually seriously threaten. Yeah, it's also really unfortunate for Peter. Actually, is it? Yeah, I mean, it kind of is, because despite having 3 meeples stuck to the square versus 2, it's not entirely in Eter's interest to go here, because with the crossroad, not much happens. It's only going to merely finish this road and this monastery, and the only real meeple that Peter needs this crossroad to get there is this monastery, really. But when the crossroad gets there, it's going to become blockable on another square. So yeah, a lot of issues in Peter's position here. And also given that Visitor is 9 points ahead on the scoreboard, and with the field control, it's a really difficult position for Peter for sure. Visitor looking to maybe just go over here and take away a field connection opportunity. It's always nice to control the fields with uh, to control such a field that there are almost almost none field connection opportunities. Then you don't have to really care for the attacks too much. Also with 2 meeples, it is a valid move to simply maybe even take a ruin here for 6 points, and having these expansion potential platforms to both directions, easily seemingly expanding to already a 10-point ruin. With 19 tiles remaining, there might not be all that many situations where Juan will be needing a second meeple for. Eter going for yet another city, but decides not to take the extender, which looks like a mistake, honestly, because it would be potentially 4 points more if you just take it from here. Then you try and get yourself maybe the one remaining dagger or maybe a city crossroad, then finish maybe even the road first, then get a Dorito, finish a 10-point city. I don't really know why Eter does not go for the extender at all. Looks like a serious mistake for me. To me. Visitor with the quads crossroad, and now could have actually there is now a spot to maybe go over here, take the 3 extra points because it will block this monastery. It will give back 1 meeple to each to both players, but now this is too like this does really nothing. Like why not just take points though? Like this is good. It would not be that good with any other crossroad, but with this crossroad, because Peter just used the final remaining starting tile, then if you go with the quad crossroad here, then you would be blocking this square entirely, and you are like just passing out on 3 points here. Well, 2 points because it also gives the point to the monastery, but still, I mean, you're passing on points just to be able to make a blocking platform on to a 1-point city, which is in a very safe position, or at least it looks like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, there are still 2 city caps that go here, so like I don't really get this idea. Like, why would you sack points for a blocking platform, a blocking platform which would not even be a full block, but it would require further tiles, like at least 3 tiles to make the full block. And with only 12 tiles remaining, using 3 tiles for blocking for 1 meeple is like just not great at all. Visit still protecting this square for the road monastery. It's still going to be a massive tile, especially now that Peter has unified these 2 farmers over here. So now the road monastery the road monastery will be bringing in 2 farmers as opposed to only 1. And if that road monastery lands in Juan's hands, this game will be done. This game will be over in an instant. And at this stage, 10 tiles remaining, I reckon Eter can, simply, I mean, either take a new city even over here, because he probably needs to start risking a bit, or go here for a ruin, or attack the, oh, no, 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 no. Look what you're doing. You are attacking a field with 9 points, though, right? 9 points, when you could go here, take a ruin for 7 points and add a point to your monastery. And that is like for certain. This one is just, I mean, it's just kind of like really bad, because it can not only be blocked, but if not blocked, it can be like defended sort of by Visitor by just simply dropping a farmer of his own, and we see that happening. We see exactly that happening, and like maybe there was an idea that Eter goes over here and maybe on this side with another meeple, and then finds a connection tile here, and then a road monastery here, and like actually equalizes all the fields. Like maybe that was the idea, but like it was he really that desperate of a position? I mean, he might have been, plus 10 at the moment, plus 15, 13, 12, 15, 18, and then this plus 3. I mean, actually, Peter is plus 3. So, like, I don't see the reason why you would even have to go here. Like, just take guaranteed points, and even with the Road Monastery. No, actually, I think still with the Road Monastery, the player who's gonna get it is going to win. Because if Visitor gets it, it's gonna be 9 plus 8, so 17 points. And if Peter gets it, he can just go for a regular monastery move for like plus 6 points. If Visitor doesn't want to wait, he can also go just here, take a 7-point ruin. Also looks nice, right? Just a discard of a tile. Not a huge fan. Like it doesn't really do anything, and like is 7 points gonna be like really that much worse than the 8 points? Plus, potentially we could even expand the ruin with future Doritos and maybe triple cities if there are any. But I think a Visitor is giving a bit too much value for these 8 points as opposed to simply getting a 7-point ruin. Because there's only a 50-50 shot at getting the monastery anyway, and even if you get it, you can still use it here, but you just can't meeple it, and you just have like one point less for the ruin as opposed to the monastery, if even that. Eter, I mean, surely now we go over here and take the ruin. Like, it's 8 points. You can't get more than 8 points with your final move from anywhere. And you are really hoping to get the monastery. And you are not really hoping to place a monastery here where it is the only 8-point spot. So you're like, we gotta go here. Like, we just have to. We gotta go here. Take the 8 points and, like, just be grateful. Take the 8 points here for the ruin and hope that you get the Road Monastery. If you don't get it, you are probably lost. Probably. Although, even with that, we might win. This is a mistake. Actually, is it? Oh, that's... wait. I mean, never mind. It's still 8 points. It's still, like, this is 8 straight up from the ruin, and this is 8 because it's 7 from the ruin and 1 for the monastery. Eter gets not the Road Monastery, but a rather useless tile. He can't get any points with it. He cannot go here because he has no turns left, so he would not be able to use the extra meeple, whereas Visitor would be able to still meeple this 8-point monastery, which he now does have in hand, and he will be getting these 9 extra field points, these 9 extra field points with it. So this is just going to be a discard of a tile. Wherever it goes, it's going to be 0 points. And Visitor finally gets the Road Monastery, gets the 9 points. But is that going to be enough, though? Because I feel like Eter, with his final meeples, was able to get a decent amount of points, though, despite losing the field. But nah, I don't think it's going to be enough. Plus 12. Plus 19, plus 25. Oh, it is going to be. Where would you look at that? It's a 1-point win for Eter. Also, can we take a moment and appreciate, or maybe the Catalonians are not going to really appreciate, but had we taken this 7-point ruin as visitor with the road monastery, with the road triangle, then we could have still gone over here the very same because we weren't able to get the points from it anyways. In the end, we took a 7-point ruin, and whereas so we could have taken this, and then with this tile could have taken 2 more points, so have essentially 3 more points for the ruin, which would you look at that, would then be enough for a win. Now there were other routes to a win, even with the decisions that the visitor now took, but just saying that it might have been a crucial mistake. So Eter does make it 1-1, and the decider is gonna go down on table 1. And there likely are some updates we can do, and there for sure are, as we have Ferenc Kiss winning 0-2 on table 3, first of all, against Daniel Angelats. And we also have Tony Soler winning 2-0 against Sofia Paschak. So at the moment it's 2-1 for Catalonia. And we have rather intriguing stuff. So let's actually focus on the decider on table 1. So that we can view more or less a full game. And then if after this game we have action on table 2, then we will take a peek at it as well. If we can. A 7-point lead for the Catalonian in the beginning. We have some roads for Eter. And we have a vacant 4-point road over here, looking to be claimed. A nice monastery stacking for visitor, and a sequence which I don't really like for Eter. I mean, really being really conservative and just finishing the city. I mean, I maybe could have gone over here, start a new city, or maybe here start a new city, but just start a new city from somewhere, right? Because like this one, I don't think it's the best call. Like you want to have multiple cities open in the beginning of the game so you can use multiple types of tiles efficiently. Whereas now if you get like an extender, which is like the best tile to continue this type of 1-point city with, you don't really have a good use for it. Like probably you'll just be starting a city from here, but then it already would have an attacking platform on both sides, and yeah, it would just not be that ideal in any way. Visitor starts a city of his own in a safe place next to his road, so if it gets attacked or messed with, then his road will for sure benefit from that. And Eter, I reckon we just start a city, no? Could actually start it like this to break off the potential loop road that would be forming here. Can't really think of a better use. Maybe also we could go actually here and do the Ukrainian technique to these monasteries, but this is also fine. .4 points for Eter. Didn't go for a separation of the cities over here or over here, simply because here, I mean, there was somewhat of a threat of visitors simply finishing a larger city with a couple of Doritos, and here, I mean, it's not that big of an advantage of separating the cities, because it's going to be a 10-point city for visitor with a couple of city caps, or maybe with some Doritos could make this a threat immediately. Eter now focusing on potentially getting this second divider and then go over here, though I'm not actually sure if he would still, because he didn't do it the first time. Visitor gets his monastery saved. Would have, of course, loved to do that with another monastery, but given that this square was slightly in in danger, because some of the vanillas were out, and you like, first of all, you really don't like to be using vanillas to finish a monastery square here, because it uses a city cap that could be used for points, like for example in here. But it would be really annoying if Peter would be getting a crossroad and then limiting this city, limiting the monasteries to the road monastery. Potentially, then visitor might have to wait for that road monastery for a long time if he would be winning that 50-50 in the first place. Now, Peter starting a monastery of his own in a very dangerous square, I would say, because it was instantly blockable, and it also instantly did get blocked. I mean, there was maybe an alternative decision to maybe go over here, maybe even just go for the field. I don't think it would have been a bad decision. Like, surely you would want an active field meeple instead of a blocked monastery meeple. At least I would want. However, despite the blocked meeple, Peter goes for a field fight, which does surprise me quite a bit. I also don't know exactly why he went for with the curve this way. Actually, I do. It's to create some green squares in order to create some space for the field. If this attack fails, then you also have a backup plan. This makes it impossible for Eter to quit really this city construction project, but not really. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the worthy thing to do, because the divider is first and foremost going to be used over here, because this city path is entirely blocked, and this can still be gotten away with the divider and actually be made into a rather a nice city. A road monastery square created over here, which is going to be volatility, and that volatility at the moment seems to favor green because he is at the moment the player who is in a losing position. Visitor drops another farmer to a 6-point field with another city cap now and 2 easy connection platforms. And Eter actually gives up on the divider seemingly, looking to make this into a ruin instead, which not really convinced that it is the best decision, but okay. Given that Eter is behind and has more trapped meeples than his opponent, and therefore is not in an advantageous position to actually win the field fight in the end, it would be good to have like a couple other plans, and this was going to be the other plan, but now it really isn't going to be so effective any longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this is the final city, the final field turret. So we can go over here, and we can block the square from the final cow, and leave the divider still in there. So we would be actually leaving our plan still alive, but it's now way more difficult to actually pull off because we need more tiles to finish the city, and the shape of the city at the moment is looking a lot more difficult to actually complete. And yeah, I don't think this was the right call for Eter. I mean, now the square is saved for Juan, and to the one remaining cow tile. So for the connection, and now we cannot actually get away with like a bunch of city caps any longer. Eter looking to grab quick points, presumably. Or maybe we go over here, we drop a farmer. Actually, yeah, I think that would be way better. So we go over here and we drop a farmer, and then we get the road monastery, and we take over the entire field of then 15 points, maybe even 18 points. Nah, 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 nah. I don't think. Oh, fun! We get the road monastery. Yeah, so much potential lost. Oh no. Oh, we could have been so golden. We could have been so golden. Ay. Look at the points now. 57 to 36. We have a 7-point blocked meeple here. We have only 2 extra points here. Visitor even gets the cow and gets to connect. So like we are -3 and equal meeples, and our opponent is now actually threatening to also finish the road and to get the third farmer onto the field. Whereas we could have actually been the player with the meeple majority on the field already. Ah, damn it. Damn it. I think it was a huge miss for Eter, given his position. We we really needed the road monastery in the first place anyway, because it was a huge scoring tile. So why not bank all our meeple, all of our game to that one tile, and then have an 18-point field in our control. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. Block coming from Eter, but we might not even have the luxury to do these blocks. Okay, well, what we do have is the meeple, and I do believe that we have to make an attack on the field because we are at equal meeples and we are like most definitely behind, but I want to say like 10 points or something. So the field is like the only option out of it, and it's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 points. So there is this attacking option, and there is maybe a ninja farmer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's still one curvy tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still one regular curve remaining to get to the field from here or from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's still also one crossroad remaining, which is a city crossroad. So there's a regular curve, a city crossroad, and then what else is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no vanillas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no triple cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no Doritos. There are no monasteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and also no straight roads, and this is going to be a full block, I believe. Yes, it's certainly going to be a full block for Visitor, as Eter did go for the attack on the field, but unfortunately the luck didn't really favor the Hungarian, and Juan is getting a blocking tile. Now this move is going to be a winning move 100% of the time, because it prevents the curve from getting here. Not sure what the third tile is, but there is a curve, and there's a city crossroad, and there is something else, maybe an extender, which is 1, 2. Yes, it is an extender. So there's a curve, a city crossroad, and an extender. So actually, rather unlucky for Eter, I would say that. Well, Visitor drew one of the 3 blocking tiles. Actually, Visitor had 2 winning tiles here. Well, two tiles that would win him the game 100% on the spot. It was either this or getting the curve himself to deny the connection or to block it. And so all that Visitor needs to find is this move, and Catalonia will win the match. But oh, wait. Doesn't. Why would you not go for the block? Is he choking the game? I don't think Visitor is ahead that much. Like, I mean, 33 points on the scoreboard is a lot, but 8 versus 8, 20, 26, 24, 27, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I mean, it's a win anyways. So even with the field, Eter cannot quite get to the points of Visitor. There's just not enough cities on the field. Unfortunately. So I mean, it's still a clear mistake from Visitor because he allows himself to lose 21 points as opposed to getting like 3 extra. 3 because it would be a point for the monastery. So a really unnecessary thing to do for Visitor. Like just imagine if we had gone over here with the crossroad, with this one, we got the road monastery, then we would get the meeple back from the monastery with this divider or with the curve, and then we could maybe even score more, maybe 7 pointers for more cities or something. Like there was an actual winning plan for Eter for sure, but he needed more courage, you know. Needed more courage, needed more straightforward playing. 9 points is the number by which Visitor wins, and it is the third match point for Catalonia, and we shall take a peek on the table 2 if that is still uh, in the middle of action, and it is, since vallics was able to get into a decider. Welcome, Ian. Nice to see you in the chat. Five tiles only remaining and looking great for Carquinyolis on the scoreboard, but how's the fight with the ladies going? So plus 13 on the scoreboard for red. There's plus 20, plus 15, plus 22, plus 16, plus 13, 5, and then 2 plus 11 still for Miriam Lopez. And it's looking really great for Catalonia here. With the road monastery and 2 meeples in her hand, what do we do? We could, I guess, do that. Just meeple the field for 6 points, though I don't actually. No, I guess I do like it, considering that there seemingly were also other tiles that would allow some quick points to be made. So this does seemingly go for the maximum points instead of taking 2 and save the meeple. Then we go for 6 and prepare to get some city caps, maybe even more so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Still 2 city caps actually remaining in the deck. So a 66% chance for Carquinyolis to get a city cap on to her hand on the very next move, and she will actually be forced to get some sort of city cap on one of the 2 moves that she still has, and getting a city cap now not bad at all. We go here, we take 7 points because we drop a 6 points because we drop a farmer, and then on the final move I guess we just take a 6-point field if we get any sort of a road tile. Well, it is going to be, I think, a city cap in the hand of Carquinyolis for her final turn as well. And it is going to be indeed a 6-point field that we are going to be taking. Or a 5-point, actually, why would we take a 5-point road when we can take a 6-point field? Yeah, just a 6-point field for us. And so it is. And it should be a pretty comfortable win for Miriam Lopez here. Vallics was able to squeeze herself into the 9-point field, but that is not quite enough to catch up with the points, especially after these city caps from Carquinyolis in the end. So it's going to be a nice 4-1 win for Catalonia, which will push them to 3 match wins, but their tiebreaker will only be, I think, +1, which I think will be far too low to get to the playoffs still. But we'll see about that on Sunday, if not earlier. But a win is a win, and Catalonia does rejoice of being able to get the 3rd win of the season and of the group stage for sure. Hungary, unfortunately, continues their rather difficult season of only being able to get 1 win, and not any notable success this season around for the reigning bronze medalists of the competition, which I gotta say was pretty sensational for sure for Hungary last year. So as you can see, going from going to 3 wins and going from tiebreaker of -2 into 13 and 12, so +1 tiebreaker, which is very unstable, I would have to say, when thinking of the playoffs. I gotta say that it's like nowhere near enough to actually get there, especially when Hong Kong is also still very much as a threat of reclaiming that 3rd spot with a better tiebreaker, or like at least winning at least a win for Hong Kong over Australia would be getting to a +1 tiebreaker, and seemingly also a better tiebreaker for the games won and lost. So, well, we'll see about that. Hong Kong, Australia is actually going to be on 24th in morning time for Europeans. So we will for sure try to stream that, and very likely I will be able to. And I do highly encourage the Catalonians to come and watch, because your tournament life might very well be on the line. Or if not for the playoffs, if the +1 tiebreaker is not enough, then at least the 3rd place in the group stage is still better than the 4th. So y'all better come watch. As for the future matches, so far it does seem like everything will be now on Saturday and Sunday. No games tomorrow. Well, no matches tomorrow. So we'll have a bit of a day for a rest, and then some more marathon streams on the weekend for everyone. Also, China-Finland on Sunday, unfortunately for Sunday, but Sunday it is, and it will decide the Group A win. With a win over China, Finland would be pushing to the rank one of the group with 4 wins, same as China, but with a better tiebreaker, and vice versa. China would be winning the group with a clean game of 5 wins from 5 matches. But that's a worry for Sunday, and we will worry about all the other matches as well in the weekend. This is where we are going to be wrapping up the stream. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. And if you do enjoy this type of Carcassonne content, then there's an easy way to support the channel by subscribing or by liking this stream. I'll be seeing you again soon on Saturday with some more World Team Carcassonne Online Championship content in the form of likely starting with Hong Kong, Australia at 7 a.m. UTC time. Bye for now.